In this video, I'm going to give you 3 important reasons to implement SEO for startups. In fact, I developed go-to-market strategies for early-age startups in the blockchain industry. And unfortunately, very often, business owners considered SEO channel unimportant. But it was and is the wrong approach. Do you want to know why? Don't worry, you are going to find the answer in a moment. So Doers, I welcome you to our Path VC channel that helps people to become prosperous doers using the 7 wealth stages framework. And today's video is part of the stage called Build Wealth with Elite Income Skills. But before we get started, I want you to knock the like and subscribe button below. It will help the YouTube algorithm push more SEO appreciation and inspiration to doers who need it. Okay? So now, let's get started with 3 important reasons to plan SEO for startups. Reason number 1, understand the power of the compound effect of SEO go-to-market strategy. If you are a long-term investor in assets that grow over time, you know what means the power of the compound interest. And the same applies to SEO channel. So while wearing many hats at the beginning of early startup, you will be tempted to drive immediate traffic to your products or services through paid channels. Certainly, these are great steps to ignite your momentum, but what about your long-term plan? What about your budget? What about your trustworthiness and authority as an expert in your niche? Listen, you cannot build your brand in the long run with ads only, but instead create content that will be living on the internet practically forever. I'm talking here about the most powerful compound interest assets in the digital world, such as search estates or video estates. Listen, it's about picking the right platform and prepare a plan to publish a piece of content on a daily or weekly basis. The key to this is to be consistent, because consistency is the gate to grow organic brand visibility. So try different variations of content and experiment with which your audience resonates most. So do not underestimate the power of the compound effect of SEO growth marketing strategy. It will pay off because you gain momentum like a snowball while building trust, which leads me to the second reason why you need to plan SEO for startup. Reason number 2, build trust for your early investors and users. For startups that got funded, it's important to keep updating your investors. Whether they were angel investors or VCs, you need to build trust. So speaking of SEO channel and why you need to plan in the beginning, you give a strong reason to your early investors that you are here to play this game in the long run. And it demonstrates your business direction, that you are here to stay. Listen, if you leverage only paid ads and do not include SEO as a main channel to acquire, keep, and return visitors, you make a big mistake. Why? Because it will bite you in the long run. Because the sooner you get indexed brand queries around your brand product, services, and brand name, the better your positioning will be in Google search. And most importantly, your investors will see a strong purpose in a go-to-market strategy that will demonstrate long-term planning. And it might be the reason for them to reinvest in your journey again in the next round. Now, in terms of users, you build trustworthiness and at the same time follow the most important Google ranking factor called EAT. It means by producing content consistently, you position yourself from users and for Google as an expert, authority, and trustworthy source of information. So as you can see, it goes hand in hand with investors and users to create strong brand visibility in the SEO channel. And as the last and most important step, you want to grow your customer base. So it leads me to the last reason. Reason number 3, acquire leads for free and turn them into lifetime customers. Without a doubt, customers are the lifeblood of any business. But to acquire new customers might be expensive with paid ads. So how do you tackle it while being limited by your budget? The answer has been answered many times in this video. In short, you need to plan and execute SEO strategy to grow organic visibility from day one. The reason is, over time, it will grow like a snowball because your content will attract more visitors for free in search engines and drive them to your website. So your job in this stage is to turn them into marketing qualified leads and after that into customers. So how can you do it if someone lands on your page? The short answer is bribe them with an irresistible lead magnet for free. It can be a case study, checklist, short video course, or offering them the trial version of your software. There are endless opportunities how to collect email addresses. But the point here is, email addresses are extremely powerful and it's your own traffic. Another idea of how to acquire leads for free is implementing push notifications in the browser of your website. So once they subscribe, you send occasionally messages to inform them about a new blog post, case study, or whatever you want to offer to them. Remember, to build first value but monetize quickly. In conclusion, establishing SEO channel for startups as soon as possible is critical. Therefore, these 3 reasons will help you to think in the long-term horizon. So keep in mind this. While planning go-to-market strategy, do not assume that SEO can be considered in a later stage. Instead, include it as a primary component to thriving your online brand visibility in the long term. Does it make sense? Now, what was at least one golden nugget in this video you learned? Leave us a comment below. Remember, at the Path VC 7 Wealth Stages framework, we are here to create the movement of prosperous doers to build your professional and personal growth. In the end, it is up to you to unleash your revolution and stand out from the average and ordinary life. Because you want to become a prosperity doer and you want to build a better life, which means holistic wealth. So that's all, doers, for today. If you enjoyed this video, I want you to like it and share it with your friends. It will help the YouTube algorithm push more SEO appreciation and inspiration to doers who need it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.